Well, Joe, that looks like a few shelf brackets you're working with there.
Yeah, that's right, Danny. What I did is I used a saber saw to cut out these two shelf brackets out of pine, and I clamped them together in this vise, and I'm just sanding them smooth. And what I'm using is a drum sander that I chucked into a cordless drill, and it just makes it really easy to sand them both at the same time so they come out to be exactly the same shape.
Now, wouldn't you be able to clamp two pieces of wood together like this and then basically use the saber saw to cut the shape so that they are identical?
Well, you could cut them to the same shape if they were thinner boards, but you'll notice with this saber saw, it only cuts about 1.5 inches deep, so I wouldn't be able to cut through both of them anyway. Now, if you had a bandsaw, you could do that. You can clamp them together and run it through the bandsaw, and they'd be virtually identical, but you would still need to go back and sand them. And the nice thing about this system, using the drum sander, is it allows you to follow both a convex and a concave, rather, and a convex surface using just one tool. And you end up with exactly the same pieces.
Now, couldn't you use the same method, say, on the shelf boards themselves to put them together and maybe use a belt sander?
Sure. The technique is called gang sanding because you're ganging together the boards. In any straight surface, you can clamp them together and run the belt sander over the top edges. Now, you couldn't use a belt sander here, of course, because you just have too much of a curve. Even a pad sander won't work. But the drum sander follows pretty much any curve perfectly, and you can get these in different diameters as well.
Now, that's a great sanding tip, Joe.
Thanks.